Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Today I have another installment of my makeup collection and maybe declutter. These are mini eyeshadow palettes, and my definition of mini is something that can fit in these drawers. This is a small case. It's pretty narrow. It's not as big as my lipstick drawers. So that's how I'm classifying them. So basically anything that is a two-faced 9-pan palette or smaller, I'm classifying as a mini. There are some quads, some trios, and then I'll show you in a second another bag of makeup that I forgot that I even owned. So there might be some extra singles or duos in here as well. We'll see how many I actually declutter and which ones are going to stay in just a minute. All right, we are going to start with this lovely little makeup bag that has been sitting in my room for a good long time, but I have just largely ignored it, and I opened it and I was like, oh my gosh, I should have used some of these in my last video. So this is what it looks like. There are some things that are definitely not related. I have a couple Hello Kitty lip glosses in here, which I'm going to see if somebody else wants, because I don't use those lip glosses and they are unopened. So we'll start with those. Then we have some duos. This first one is from Neutrogena. It is a Nourishing Eye Duo with 2 brown shades. It is in the shade Iced Coffee. I'm going to put this in my pass along pile because that is not something I'm interested in basically whatsoever. So yeah, that one's an easy one. Next we have a quad from Bare Minerals. This is called The Sweetest Thing. Still has the little plastic on it. I actually like those colors because there is a brown, but there's some other ones. So I'm going to put this in my maybe pile because that's one that I should start using. Next we have from Jane. This is the Mix and Match Eye Zing in Earth Tones, and it looks like I've used up the light brown and the light, it was a yellow, I guess. So there's a green, a blue. I'm going to put this in my maybe pile because I should use this up. I want to start a series next year called Use It to Lose It in 2019, and things like that have gotten a lot of use but I've kind of put away. Really focus on using them so that I can, so there's less stuff. This next one is from Clinique. This is a Color Surge eyeshadow duo. And it's supposed to have had a mascara, but that's long since gone. I'm going to put this in my pass along pile because I have obviously never used this, so it's going to see if somebody else wants it. Then we have from Stila. This is a Ventura Boulevard eyeshadow set with 3 shades in it. I actually really like that green. So that's going in to be, that's going to stay. That one's staying. Then we have from Kat Von D. This is, I don't know. This is the True Romance eyeshadow palette in True Love. Oh my goodness, I forgot about this one. And this is like a cream formula, I think. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about this, and it's those purples. And it has funky brushes with it, so I think that's probably why I stopped using it. This one I'm going to keep. That's definitely a keeper. Then we have from Charlotte Ronson and Sephora. This is All I Need, EYE. And I don't think it's even been swatched. It has plastic over it, so I'm going to pass this one along. I do love the packaging with the woman's face on it. That's really cool, but I have a lot of palettes here. Here's another one from Charlotte Ronson. This one's Angela. This one was Lake. I guess that's the name? I don't know. Let's see if we can get this one open. This one does not have the plastic on it, but it also looks unswatched. Those are really pretty colors though. I'm going to put this in my maybe pile. That might be something I need to think about. This is a Stila palette, the Beauty in Bloom. It has a convertible color and 4 eyeshadows. That is what it looks like. As you can see, all of my junk. I'm going to put that in my pass along pile and see. I might have a friend who would be interested in that. Another one from Stila. This is a Blushing Beauties set. I have used the heck out of that one shade, but hardly touched burgundy at all. I'm going to put that in my keep pile, and I'm going to focus on using that all up. Next is from Meryl Norman, and oh wow, this I don't think has been used either. It's a color palette. It has a blush and maybe a highlighter and some shades. That is so pretty. I'm going to put that, I'm going to keep that. I need to use that. I have some cargo eyeliners in here. Those need to go someplace else. So they're gonna leave. And then I have 2 Mary Kay palettes in here that have 3 shadows and a blush. I'm going to keep these for sentimental reasons, like I did my other Mary Kay. So those are staying, but I probably am not going to use them. We'll see. Maybe I will. So I'm going to put my keeps back in here for a second, because the last 2 things in here are Hello Kitty palettes. And I can already tell you I'm keeping these because they are Hello Kitty, and I love Hello Kitty, and I remember getting these and being so excited about them. But I'm pretty sure I have not used them at all. Yep. So here is the blush in this one, and it has that argyle pattern on it. And then we have the eyeshadow quad. Oh, look at that green. That is so cool. Like I said, definitely keeping these. Need to decide if I want to use those or if I just want to keep them as collector. Then we have this one. Oh, this one was the, it doesn't say. Shoot. This one says Hello Pretty palette. So this one has a name. Oh my gosh. Those are fun shades there. I actually kind of like those. And then let's see what the blush looks like. Oh no, it's 4 more eyeshadows. So that is what they look like. Definitely keeping those. Now we're going to move on to palettes that don't fit in that container that I showed you. And that are just kind of randomly in other like half drawers in my makeup cases and sitting around. We have one from Nars. This is the High Society palette. Oh, those are pretty shades. I need to start using some of these. And then we have Duché France. Yeah, I know I bought that one. I need to definitely start using those. Those are definitely keepers. Then we have this little one from Clinique. This is Going Steady, and it has 3 shades. Oh, wow, those are so pretty. I have not touched these though, so I think I'm going to put this in my maybe pile because depending on how much I have, I probably should pass that along, unfortunately. Then we have from Viseart, this is the Petite Pro 2 palette, which I got because I just love the shades in here. And I did keep the plastic on it because it helps protect it a little bit. Those are the shades. Such a nice, pretty little palette. Definitely keeping that one. My newest mini palette, what I'm actually wearing on my eyes today, this is the Tickled Peach palette from Too Faced. It smells so good. That is what the shades look like. I am wearing in my, up here, this shade right here, which is Peach Bum. Then I have this all over the lid. This is Warm and Fuzzy. Then I have this in my outer corner and in the crease, which is Love Pit. And then this one is kind of up above the transition shade, which is Tickled. I really like this palette. That is definitely staying because it's my brand new palette. This one I got in the Tribe Beauty Box, and I have not tried it yet. I did swatch it. It is from Ruby May Cosmetics. That is what the shades look like. I'm going to put that in my pass along pile because I don't see myself really ever reaching for that or being excited to use it. Next is from MAC. I have two of these little palettes. This is the 9-pan palette. This is in Burgundy, so nice, pretty blue, not blue, kind of purpley shades. Like that one, definitely keeping that. The other one I have is from the Aaliyah collection, which I have kept the packaging for because it's the Aaliyah collection. Very shimmery, shiny, and that's what it looks like. This is called Age Ain't Nothing. So keeping that one as well. Some other ones that are definitely being kept are all of my Huda mini palettes. I have the Amethyst Obsessions, which is gorgeous. All those pretty purples. Then we have Ruby Obsession, which is all those pretty red colors. Then we have Coral Obsessions. I'm sensing a pattern all of a sudden. Those are those. I love this. My cousin's little girl, when I visited her for the first time, she's like, I like your eyes. And I was wearing that palette. And I was like, thank you. Because it was all yellow and red and bright and pretty. And then I have the Mauve Obsessions. I'll show you the front of those too because I didn't show you those. I have those, and I also have the Sapphire Obsessions. I'm hoping to get the last one, which is Emerald Obsessions. I'm hoping to get that one soon as well. So those are my mini Huda palettes. All right, the next one is the palette Play from Tarte Live in Color, and it has two containers. This first one has eyeshadows, trying not to mess it up, and then underneath that is a blush. Since I have not used this at all or touched it, I'm going to put this in a future giveaway. So do be on the lookout for that because that will probably appear very soon. Next is a couple from Wet n Wild. These are the redesigned palettes. This one is Nude Awakening, which has not even been opened. That is what it looks like. And then we have Not a Basic Peach. That is what it looks like. I will open that one since it has been opened. I need to try these out. So these are both going in my maybe pile because I don't know how the formula works. I haven't tried them at all. Well, I've tried the one once or twice, but I need to give it a better go. Speaking of Wet n Wild, I have all of these minis right here. So let's go through these quickly. These are all going to go in my maybe pile. This first one is Dragon Scales. Those are so pretty. I love those colors. Then we have Stop Ruffling My Feathers. Then we have Fit for a Queen. Hosta La Costa Baby. Mythical Creatures. Sweet as Candy. Flock Party. Hieroglyphic Heart. Will You Marina Me? And Heart and Heavy. seemed a little bit faster if I opened them all before, since those are all going into my maybe pile because I need to use them a little bit more. Next up is a Too Faced palette. This is the Boudoir Eyes palette. It's a pretty palette. It has a lot of nice light shades. This actually I should start using for my everyday work eyes because that's a pretty good palette for that. Then we have, oh, I didn't show you this. It's the Totally Cute palette. You could decorate with stickers, which I chose not to. I really do like those colors, so those I am both keeping. Moving on to the drawers. This first one, I have Sweet and Shimmer eyeshadow. This was one of those from Ulta that were like $1 or 5 for 10, something like that. It is 3 shades. That's what they look like. I am going to pass that one along because I never reach for it. Next up is from Naked Cosmetics. This came in a BoxyCharm box. It has 3 crazy colors, so I will be keeping that because I do like my crazy colors on occasion. Next is from Catrice. This is the Absolute Rose eyeshadow palette. This came in a a glossy box. They're kind of pretty. I'm going to put this in my maybe pile because I don't really think I like it, so I should kind of pass it along. Same thing with this one. This is the Essence Eye and Face palette. So you have 4 shadows, a blush, and a highlighter. I'm not really sure if I like that because I haven't really given it a chance. So it's in my maybe pile. This one's going to go there too. This is the Essence All About Roses palette. It looks really pretty. I just have never reached for it like ever. Next up is from Marc Jacobs. I have several of these that I picked up at TJ Maxx or Marshall's when they showed up there. This first one is the Shoegazer, which has those 3 pretty colors. The other one I have here is also has its fancy little packaging. This is the Ingenue. I do keep the black plastic over the top because it says Marc Jacobs and it seems fancy. And then they do each come with a little applicator, which is like an applicator sponge. So I never use it, but they stay in their little pouches just like that. Those I will be keeping because why wouldn't I keep my Marc Jacobs? Next is from Lorac. This is the Black Tie Affair palette. I really do like this palette. I need to start using this one again because I was so excited to get this one and I really liked it. Even used it in a giveaway. I think my first giveaway it was part of. Then we have from Smashbox, we have these cover shop palettes. I couldn't remember the names. This first one is Ablaze. This was from their Christmas set last year. I will be keeping that one. Oh man, the motorcycles today are out in full force. This next one is Soft Light. That other one was Ablaze. This one, it's so light. I think I'll keep it for now, but next year it might not make the cut. And then we have this one, which is the Sultry Eye Palette. This is more of the purples. Same thing with this one. Keeping it for now, but it might not make the next cut. We shall see. Second drawer in here. First thing we have is from Gigi Hadid. This is the Eye Contour Palette in Warm. I'm going to pass this one along because it doesn't inspire me at all. It was something I bought at TJ Maxx because it was there and I was stupid and just bought it. Then we have the Magical Forest from Essence. I'm going to keep this because I like the colors, but it also mentions Wonderland on the front, which is part of the reason why I'm keeping it, to be honest. We have from e.l.f. and Christian Siriano. This is the palette he designed. It has a little brush in it. Really fun pops of color in that. I need to use it. That is definitely a keep. Then we have some more from Marc Jacobs. I have 2 more from Marc Jacobs. Let's see. This one is the Glam. and that is what it looks like. And then the other one in here is, oh, the Punk. This one is probably my favorite of them because of the purples. Next up is this little chocolate bar palette from Too Faced. It has the Chocolate Soleil bronzer and 3 shades in it. This actually would be a good travel palette, so I'm definitely keeping that one. Plus it smells like chocolate, which I love. The Tartiste Pro 2 Go. I love this palette, and I have not reached for it for like a year because I have so many palettes, so that one is staying, but I really do need to start using it some more. Then we have the Shade and Light, which I picked up at TJ Maxx from Kat Von D. This is the, what is this one? This one is Sage, so it has that dark green. I'm going to put this in my maybe pile because I need to try them because I have never tried them, and I need to see if I like them. Because I also have the Plum one. This is what they look like. They're very small. That is the Plum one. And then I have Rust, which is the third one that I own. All of those are going in my maybes because I need to test them out. Next up is this little one from Ulta Beauty. I have not touched this one, so I'm going to put this in my pass along. There are some pretty colors in there, but I don't need it, so it's going to be passed along. This one I am saving for sentimental reasons because I remember buying this in store and being so excited to buy my own makeup that was not related to dance. This is the Jane Ising Eye Mixers in collection 1. Lots of pale colors in there, which was my favorites. So that one is staying for that. 2 more of the Wet n Wild palettes, which are also not opened. This is Rosé in the Airs. And then we have Comfort Zone. So I might try to use the peach one, not your basic peach, and then see if I like those. And since they're not open, I could pass those along or put them in a giveaway. We'll see. Those are in the maybe pile. This palette. I love this palette. I wish I had an extra backup of this palette because I love it so much. It is the Too Faced Country palette. I got this because, well, 1, I liked the colors, and 2, Marie Osmond worked with them on this. There's a country and a rock and roll because Donnie and Marie have their song, I'm a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll. I know I have like the heart of a 60-year-old or 70-year-old, but I do love them. I saw them in Vegas. It was a fantastic show. I've met them before because they did an autograph signing at my Walmart, of all places. And I used to, like, as a kid, I used to watch their talk show, and I remember Britney Spears being her first television appearance in the United States was on Donnie and Marie. So yeah, that's why I wanted this palette. And I still love it. Like, you can tell how much I've used it. Like, this is almost near pan, that one's almost near pan, that one's almost near pan. Like, you can see them. These 3 are almost near pan. That one has a good dent. They all have, this one has a good dent in it too, and this one is rapidly going away. So, love my country palette from Too Faced. They should bring it back because I would totally buy it. Then I have Cat Eyes, which I have not used very much at all. So I'm going to put that one in my maybe pile because this is probably, no, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Ignore me. Last drawer. I know this is so long. We have another Smashbox Cover Shots palette. This is the one I just got in my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. This is Bold Glitter. It is very glittery, but it's like a weird glitter. So if you haven't watched my swatches, you should go watch that video. Then we have from Pure Cosmetics, this is a little palette that's for the eyes. It's called Night Fantasy. I really like those colors. This is a great travel palette, so you don't have to bring a ton. Then we have from Maybelline, this is the Gigi Hadid palette. It's like the equivalent of the City Minis. I don't think it was open. I think I just opened it because I pulled it apart. I'm going to keep this because I really did like this formula on the other ones that I tried. And I think that's a good color story, especially compared to the other one of these that I have. This is the Cool Eye Contour palette. That is what it looks like. I'm going to pass that one along too because I'm not a big fan of it. Then we have the City Mini times Shayla, who I guess is a YouTuber. I don't know all the YouTubers. There are so many. Yeah, so that is what it looks like. I don't think I've used this one. I need to use this one more because that looks like a nice color story as well. This one I know I like. I've used this one several times. This is the Downtown Sunrise City Mini palette from Maybelline, and that is what it looks like. Do like that one a lot. Then we have from Douche. This is just has 4 shades in it. I think what I'm going to do, because I'm not drawn to these colors or the other singles that I have. I know I have 2 or 3 other singles as well. I'm going to pass all of those along because I'm not a fan of them. Then we have the Laura Lee Party Animal palette, which I have not tried yet at all because it's bright. It is so bright. So that's going to be a next summer palette, but not a right now palette, that's for sure. Next is the Petite Pro 3 from Viseart or Viseart or however you pronounce it. This is the one with the greens on it. I need to use this one more. I've only tried it, I think, once because I just really wanted to work with the greens and I haven't had a good chance or place to use that so far. And then my final mini palette is from Too Faced. This is the Sugar Cookie palette, which is a holiday. I have to smell the Too Faced ones that are scented. I really like this one. Good color story. It's basically, this is my type of palette that has like one dark and then a medium, which I'm going to use as a dark, and then the rest are kind of lights. That's my go-to for my color stories because that's what I feel comfortable using. Those are my mini palettes. I will have totals down here. I know I have a lot of maybes, so there will be an update video. I am working on that. I'm going to update you on the blushes that were maybes, the highlighters that were maybes, the lipsticks and liquid lipsticks and lip glosses. All of those are going to be updated. I'm trying to test all of those out as we speak. So do know that that is coming and look for it. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. I really want to hear your thoughts on these palettes. If you've tried them, if you like some of these brands, if you don't like the formulas, let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. And I can't wait to talk to you next time. Bye.